Gummerson says, let's go.
Let's get it on.
Here we are, tying up.
Peters with the overhook.
Rooney working the high underhook.
Looks like he tried for a high C attempt there.
Rooney on top in half guard. Peters opens his guard.
Yeah, with the sweep.
A little hip sweep.
Peters trying to settle in on top.
Yep. Rooney intelligently keeping Peters' hips floating in the air, not allowing him to...
Using a bit of an X guard there.
Yeah. I think he's working on a toe hold. Peters is working on a toe hold on the other side. I can't see if he's got the grip or not. Slipped out. Okay, Rooney escapes.
And Peters going for the back.
Peters now takes his back. One hook in and a little bit of a seatbelt grip we've got going on here.
He's trying to work to stay on top here.
Yes, he is. He's going to want to get those hips settled back just a little bit.
He is on the neck.
Yeah, he's got the hamburger grip, as one calls it. He gave that up.
Switching to an arm now.
He's got an arm on this side, working
rolling
his way
through arm bar.
Rooney's got his elbow past the knee, so his arm's not in a whole lot of danger. Let's see if Rooney can make the pass on the guard. No.
Tries for a knee slice pass there, and Peters with the sweep.
Peters comes over. Peters working on a toe hold right here in front of us. Rooney intelligently stacks those feet, takes that away.
Peters sitting on his face.
I don't know exactly what that's called. Rooney's just gathering as much body as he can get. Looks like he's going to try to inch up the backside, but Peters sits up.
He gets the overhook.
The shoulder.
Peters staying very active on the bottom.
Yeah. And another sweep. Now Peters in top half guard. Rooney attempting some lockdown, maybe some deep half.
Peters digs that arm in deep.
Little wizard to turn him back down.
See if he works for a Darce here. Rooney going for lockdown old school sweep. And in that dogfight position.
Little
Peters comes up on top, little smother.
Ends up in the top side. Rooney
He's still on that X guard.
Yes, he is. And keeping Peters' hips from settling in. Both fighters have done a really good job of not allowing the other to get their hips loaded and set into position.
Both have been very active from the bottom position.
I think Peters is on the shoulder on that side. I can't see a whole lot of what's going on. Nope, Peters comes up
on
side,
top.
working on the back. Rooney's turtled up, protecting all of the important parts. Peters gets no hooks.
Almost to a crossbody there. Not quite enough control.
Peters back up on top. When you have someone like Peters who's constantly moving, sometimes that turtle position is a good spot to just gather yourself and get back to where you want to be.
Hit the reset button.
Looks like Peters has one arm trapped on that side and one hook in.
A little smother action here.
Yeah, trying to get himself under the chin on the near side. Having that arm trapped is very, very, very tough for Rooney. Got about 30 seconds left. Let's see what these guys can do from here.
Reverse triangle.
And Rooney pops out the backside.
Back triangle. Peters back onto that
Peters
foot.
back on the foot, but Rooney twists around and ends up back on top with some knee on belly. About 7 seconds left to end the match. Time.
That is the time.
Looks like we get some bonus jiu-jitsu.
It's only our second overtime of the night.
Calculus in the cage has been done.
And Mooney's going to start on the back for the first part of overtime.
And as we've stated before, the overtime is only good for submissions. Any other action is disregarded if this does go to a referee's decision. Whoever submits their opponent the fastest will be the winner. We will see each person take the back of the other. Rooney is still maintaining somewhat back control.
Peters is getting his back to the mat. Now turning away.
Got his hip down. Rooney in trick mount. Brings himself back to the top side.
Looking to get control underneath that arm. Peters staying very tight.
Yep, Rooney kicking that thigh out, trying to push Peters' hips back flat.
Rooney going for an armbar here. Peters trying to hang on for the buzzer.
Just waiting, calling the timeout. Just a couple seconds left, and that's the time. So no submission in the first half.
Peters has 1 minute to get a submission, or it goes to decision.
And here we go.
Peters
1
quickly
minute to
going
work.
for that lapel choke.
Yep. 1 minute to work here.
And there's the tap off the lapel choke.
Far side lapel. Jonathan Peters with a few words for the crowd. Apparently there's been some conversation that we don't know about.
Always a colorful character for the cage.
There we go, Jonathan Peters waving at the crowd. And out he goes.